Hi, so this is Richard Gordon. He's our pianist for EGMP and for the Flavor of Spain. And he'll be playing with us on Unsung Songs of Spain on February 22nd. And Richard is very well known in the business as a master coach and accompanist. He's also a fine pianist as a soloist. And so, Richard, I wanted to ask you some questions about the creative arts in general. A lot of discussion these days about the creative arts and whether they're important, and talk of cutting funding and that sort of thing. And you might know I'm very committed to the creative arts and the creative force, the force that I think drives evolution. And so I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Why do you think the creative arts are important in people's lives?
I think the creative arts is basically like oxygen, and you have to have oxygen to breathe, or you're dead. Yeah.
So, with regard to your own particular art, what's the hardest part of a creative art for you?
I think the hardest part is being vulnerable. Allowing vulnerability to happen in front of people, yet still knowing that there's some kind of strength inside. And then after a performance, not letting the vulnerability shade the perception of what people are saying. Actually being able to say, when people compliment you or criticize you, either one, of it not being of you, but simply about what you did at that moment. I think vulnerability is the hardest part.
I get that. Well, on the other hand, what's your favorite part of your art?
I get to laugh a lot when I coach. I do a lot of laughing. No, I think the best part is the world that you get to go into. It feels like there's a door that one has to open. And it would be nice if it could be open all the time. But for me, it can't. It's too vulnerable. So I like the world, I like the opening the door and going in there, and suddenly things are completely different. And I like it. That's the best part.
What do you wish people knew about what it means to be a creative artist?
I kind of divide myself into two parts. One part of me is a recreative artist. In other words, some of the composition has been done. I have to find out what the intentions were and how I can bring myself to that. So there's a recreation of somebody's vision. At the same time, I am a creator. A lot of times in my coaching, it's about helping somebody find a new path. And it's creating a new path for somebody, or creating a possibility for them to find a new path. So it's both recreative and creative. Now, what was the question?
I don't know, but that was a great answer. I'm sure you answered it. On a similar vein, but slightly different, should creative artists engage in social activism through their art?
I have problems with shoulds.
Is it a good idea?
I think it's a great idea. If one is capable of doing that and still be honest with oneself in their creativity. Personally, having been through the 60s and Vietnam protests, I was protesting violently on that. But outside with people in rallies and doing all of this. But I don't know what I could do with my art to do that particular thing. Since I'm basically, I mean, I don't do concerts. I guess I could do a concert to earn money to give to a particular cause. I think the very act of being an artist is a political statement in itself. I think that we have the wrong idea of what politics means. Politic comes from people. The word comes from people. And I feel that a creative artist needs to be connected to humanity. And so, yes, be involved as you need to be. If it's doing a concert for pay and giving that money, if it's going out on the street and being part of a demonstration, if it's writing letters, I don't see that any of that is anathema to being a creative artist.